Hey everyone, Keith Anderson here from SmartProfitSystems.com, and welcome to my website. Now, a lot of people are trading binary options by learning as they go and without any specific strategy. While this approach might be fun and can be profitable at times, if you want to treat this as a real business like I do, you'll need to stick to one strategy and not let your emotions interfere with your actions. This is exactly what the Smart Profit System is all about. Now, in this short video, I'm going to show you a simple yet smart system to trade 60-second binary options. As you can see in front of me, I've got a trading platform. Now, this is called TradeRush, and they offer binary options. This is where you bet whether the price of a certain currency or a commodity is going to go up or down within a set amount of time, and you get a fixed rate of return. But what's unique to them is they've got a 60-second payout option. Now on this screen here, you can see that it's geared up for the USD, the US dollar, and the Japanese yen, which pays out a fixed 67% return if you decide to make a trade saying that it's going to go up or down within the next minute. Now normally binary options work on a 3-point decimal base, but because this isn't over a minute, it works on a 5-point decimal base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to Euro USD because if you see here, this changes it to a 70% return. This is quite important because the strategy I've put together doesn't work with anything less than 70%. In fact, as long as you've got something that has a 70% payout and a minimum investment of $5, you can actually use this particular strategy that I'm about to show you. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip back to the Binary Options tab. Now today it is Tuesday, the 10th of January, 2012. It's just after 11:30, and here on the left-hand side, I'm showing you the popularity. Now this says that 58% of traders, this is what this means, 58% of traders believe that the currency is going to go down. So what I'm going to do is flip back to the 60-second page, and what I'm going to do is start with just a $5 investment. Now I actually have a balance here of $251.83. You need around about $300 in your trading account if this particular system's really going to work for you. You can do it with a minimum of $200, but ideally you want that $300. So what I'm going to do is select Put, hit Start on a $5 trade, and click OK. And now you'll see at the bottom of the screen, I've got a timer counting down from 60. Let me move the screen down a bit. There, counting down from 60. And the red color indicates that I'm not going to win that trade. But don't worry, it fluctuates over a 5-point decimal base, and as long as you make 5 trades close to one another when you are trading like this, you're guaranteed 100% to win at least one of those trades, and this is really what this system is all about. So it's incredibly simple. I'm just waiting now for the next 30-odd seconds to tick down, and as you can see, it's just gone green or it has just gone gray. That means that you get an equal payout. But here we go. You see it has gone green again, and you can see where it says payout. It is saying 8.5. That means I'm going to get back $8.50. So with a $5 investment, that means I'm going to get a profit of $3.50. So if you just come into the last 5 seconds, you'll see that it's pretty likely that the trade is going to win. And there you go. There you have it. It's expiring and it's still green. That means I've won. So that means my balance has now gone from $251.83 to $255.33. See, right here it says $255.33. Now I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to come back in a few minutes when I've lost a trade to show you what happens next when you lose a trade. Okay, we're back, and we've got about 20 seconds on this particular trade, and it doesn't look good. In fact, it's very red, and the difference between the entry point and the current point is so significant that I really doubt in the next 9 or 10 seconds that it's counting down that it's going to change to a positive outcome for me. But it's not a problem. I'm not particularly worried. I'm just going to wait for that time to expire now. Okay, there you go. You'll see it should come out where it says time in a second, and it will say lost. There we go. So as you can see, now my balance started off at $251.83 and it's now $257.33. Not a great profit, but around about $6 in 5 minutes, or about $1 a minute. So I'm just going to click back into the binary, and we can still see that 58% of the traders, the majority of them, still are reckoning that it's going to go down. So I'm going to go with the majority, and this time, instead of putting a $5 trade on, I'm going to put a $10 trade on. So you see, I get a $17 payout now if I win. Now that will cover my $5 loss and the $10 stake and give me a $2 profit. So I hit start, OK, and there it is ticking down. As you can see, it's green. The payout indicates that I get $17, as I just said, and we're just coming up to 11:38. We started about 11:30, so 8 minutes in, and if I win this trade, it will bring me up to $259.33, which would represent an $8 profit, which is about $1 a minute. You can actually regularly earn between $1 and $1.80, I would say, every single minute if you continue to use this strategy. While it may not sound like much on a minute-to-minute basis, it'll definitely add up fast. As you're just coming into the last 20 seconds, I want to say that with trading, you shouldn't be afraid of it at all. Back in the days when Forex first came out, it involved a substantial risk of loss. Now you can start with just $5. So because it's only $5, it's very, very low risk. So if you get a little bit worried, you can just cash out and move on. Anyway, here we go. Coming down to the last second, it looks like I'm going to win that trade, and there you have it. I've won that trade. It's just expiring now, and as it updates, my balance at the top right of the screen will increase, and as you can see, it's increased and we're in profit. Next, I'm going to do another $5 trade, going back to the beginning, back to the first step. Once again, we're going to go down, hit start, approve that trade, and wait for that 60 seconds to count down. Now, binary options trading is becoming increasingly popular. It first came out about 11 or 12 years ago when there were digital options. It now has become incredibly accessible to the masses, and really, you shouldn't be afraid of giving it a go, especially when you've got foolproof strategies like the one I've shown you that the big boys use. You know, companies like Marks and Spencer and Thomas Kirkland, they're doing currency exchange at their desks. You know, you buy 10 euros for, say, $13, and then you take back your 10 euros and you only get $12 back, and you wonder, where did that dollar go? This is very much like that, but on a much smaller scale. But the thing is, if you continue to do this on a regular basis, you'll find that the profits mount up pretty quickly. Between $80 and $150 an hour, I would say, is what most people can do. This adds up to a lot of money over the course of a week. As this one expires, we'll just see again. That's another $5 trade that's been lost. Now what we're going to do is increase it to the $10 trade and immediately hit start. You don't want to hang around because you're trying to catch that 0.5 decimal base. So it is very, very important that as soon as you know you've lost a trade or you're going to lose a trade, that you immediately move on to the next investment. So being ready to go and moving fast is key. So it's now 11:40 and our balance is sitting at $259.33. I started off with $251, but if this comes in, then there's going to be a $17 profit on top of that, which would push it up into about $265. Now, I've chosen to use dollars mainly because I live in the US, but you can choose to deposit in pounds or euros if you like. If you do deposit in pounds, you get much more money in return. That is to say, the pound is obviously stronger than the dollar, so by trading the same amount in pounds rather than in dollars, what you'll be able to do is increase your hourly earnings by doing exactly the same thing. As you can see in the last 5 seconds, it's looking pretty likely. The entry and current point are very far apart, so there's no chance I'm going to lose this one. The $17 is in the bag for another $2 profit. So if we just wait for that to expire, so that works out. We started at 11:30 and it's now 11:41. So we started on $251, so that comes out to $14.50 in just 10 minutes. Let's just do a quick bit of math here. Let's see, that works out to $87 an hour. I'm going to keep doing these trades for a solid week, and we're going to come back in a week's time, and I'm going to show you exactly how much I've made in 7 days. So I'm going to stop the video and come back in a week. I'll be back with you in just a second. Hey, I'm back. It's Tuesday, the 17th of January, 2012. It's 3:53 p.m. And as you can see, if I just highlight it here, we're at $6,757.50. We started on $251. That's about a $6,500 profit in 7 days using the Smart Profit system. So if you want to know all the details and if you want to see a step-by-step video showing you exactly how to carry out each and every trade, just enter your name and email address in the box below and you can access the full strategy for free.